infrastructure development, supported by private sector development, will be the main engine for growth.
We see investment in Malaysia as contributing towards the growth of its economy.
So these are the things that would make Malaysia competitive.
Malaysia sits on the thriving land, sea, and air corridor between Europe and Australasia. Spanning across two regions, it is at the tip of Southeast Asia. In the west, peninsular Malaysia borders Thailand and Singapore. In the east, on the island of Borneo, it neighbors the Kingdom of Brunei and Indonesia. The Federation is united by 13 states and 3 federal territories. The capital city is Kuala Lumpur, and the total population is over 29 million people. Malaysia is in a time of radical transformation. Vision 2020 plans to transform the country into a high-income nation by the year 2020. From 1981 until 2003, Tun Dr. Mahathir bin Mohamad spearheaded a phenomenal climb in Malaysian economic growth.
We went through a phase where we depended more on labor-intensive industries. That doesn't give our people a good income. We moved from that to high-tech industries. Now we have to understand the needs of industries, for example, in IT. So we're training our people in IT so that they can work in a very sophisticated environment, doing very skillful work.
Once most known for the production of raw minerals, Malaysia has evolved into a thriving multi-sector economic strength, with increasing development of tourism, services, and manufacturing among all else.
The Malaysian government in 2007 set up a joint task force called Permuda, which is to facilitate businesses in doing business in Malaysia. And using the benchmark to measure effectiveness is the World Bank Ease of Doing Business survey, which has been conducted every year and will be announced around September, October. In 2007, when this was first started, Malaysia was ranked number 25th in the whole world for ease of doing business. And I'm pleased to say that over the last 6 years, with these concerted efforts, this year Malaysia is ranked number 12. And this is a big jump, and it goes to show that with a determined way of tackling the various obstacles in doing business, you can reduce such obstacles and result in a country which is more competitive.
Well on our way towards achieving what we set out to achieve, that is to become a developed nation status by the year 2020. From an income standpoint, of course, we want to literally double per capita income for all our people. And I believe that with unemployment at basically zero, well, it's actually around 3%, but it's relatively full employment that we have here in Malaysia. The set of policies that the government have embarked on has really pushed us towards achieving our targets.
Malaysia has utilized its strategic location and launched itself into the forefront of Asian economies. It has developed highly useful free trade agreements with multiple countries worldwide and foresees more agreements in the future. Doing business in Malaysia facilitates access to countries ranging from the Australian continent all the way to the European.
Some of the competitive advantages of doing business in Malaysia would include good framework of laws. We've got a good grasp of several languages. We've got a pleasant climate, and Malaysia also as a party to many of the conventions and treaties of the United Nations, we've got protection, intellectual property, family, which are very important to investors. So these are the things that would make Malaysia competitive. And also the weather. We've got one weather system throughout the year, so it's very predictable, it's very easy to plan for, and it's something that you can look forward to because you do not have to plan for times when you have too cold or too hot and things like that. And let's talk about from the man on the street. You've got security, employees, you've got good tax systems in place, you've got good banking and financial systems in place. So these are all the areas that one could look at because these are the advantages that we have from a business perspective.
As a founding member of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, Malaysia has free trade partnerships with all of its Asian members. Under current Prime Minister Najib Tun Razak's leadership, they are well within reach of their goal to become a high-income status country by 2020. Furthermore, the country's political and economic stability contribute to a conducive business and investment environment and facilitates business setups in all sectors of the economy. Malaysia has big plans to ensure a thriving economical future. Currently secure as an upper middle income country, by the year 2020 the country aims to become a high-income nation. The government has launched a comprehensive economic transformation program to move the country forward, focusing on key growth areas across multiple industries to work towards this goal. 12 national key economic areas have been identified for strategic growth opportunities: oil, gas and energy, financial services, wholesale and retail, palm oil, tourism, electronics and electrical, business services, communications content and infrastructure, education, agriculture, healthcare, and the combined region of Greater Kuala Lumpur and Klang Valley. These sectors are to rely heavily on private sector-led growth and will be developed through public-private collaborations. Foreign investors will find they can benefit from a multilingual, educated workforce, developed infrastructure, a high quality of living, and even low rental costs for office space.
When we started independence, the development of education in this country is tremendous, and in fact has become one of the best system of education in the region. So that is why we believe that every young people in this country is well educated and can accept and can work with other multinational organizations, and in fact they can also work every part of the world because they have been educated in such a way that they really become a global mindset of people.
Malaysia's business environment ensures safety for investments. In their latest Doing Business report in 2012, the World Bank rated Malaysia 12th out of 185 countries for the overall ease of doing business. They scored especially high in protecting investors, the ease of trade across borders, and achieved #1 position worldwide for obtaining credit. The report also rates them the best country for cost to import and export. Combined with their free trade agreements and excellent international relations, this certainly makes Malaysia a springboard for business. Malaysia weathered the storm during the recent global financial crisis and maintained a steady economic growth. Much of this success is attributed to their economical diversification, particularly in export products and market. During the crisis in Europe and some parts of Asia, Malaysia intensified export relations with the Middle East and Northern Africa.
For us to increase our linkage and to increase the opportunities for our members of the Federation of Malaysian Manufacturers, we conduct what we call trade missions, and we conduct such trade missions whereby we bring our members to different countries to promote the products and arrange for special networking meetings.
Opportunities and developments are happening throughout Malaysia. Under the umbrella of the Economic Transformation Program, Malaysia's lesser-known hotspots are also being primed for progress. 5 economic regional corridors have been identified as the gateway to prosperity. The Northern Corridor plans to be a world-class economic region by 2025 and has already attracted 12.3 billion ringgit from the private sector. Agriculture, manufacturing, tourism, and logistics are identified as the economic areas with ample opportunity. The 2025 plan anticipates a total of 177 billion ringgit in investments from the private and public sector. The government are committed to financing 1/3 of this capital. Progress is already visible in the launch of the light waterfront in Penang. This is the first integrated leisure, entertainment, and cultural destination for the state and has created an upmarket luxury vibe for visitors and residents alike.
Penang being an island, you look at the coastline, there are a few big developments going on. And I would say one of the most prominent is, of course, our project, the light waterfront development. And we have been working on this project for the past 10 years. Hopefully by end of this year, we can launch phase 2 of the light. And this is going to be very exciting because we have a convention center, we have a shopping mall, 4 hotels, a business park, and some residential within the entire phase 2.
Already an iconic Asian city, the international hub of Kuala Lumpur has been recognized as a principal area for transformation. Its strategic location enables a huge market potential of 3.6 billion people, all within reach. Kuala Lumpur has been ranked the second most competitive global city in Southeast Asia in a survey by EUI and City in 2013. It contributes to around 30% of the nation's gross national income. As part of the economic transformation program, the government aspires to increase this from 258 billion ringgit in 2009 to a huge 658 billion ringgit by 2020. Located in the Johor region in the south of peninsular Malaysia, Iskandar Malaysia is the single largest development project ever to be undertaken in the region. With an area of 2,217 square kilometers, it is 3 times the size of Singapore and is expected to complement the said neighboring country as an economic hub. The project was initiated in 2006. By 2025, it is expected to achieve a growth of gross domestic product to 8% per year. Every effort has been taken to ensure this development is sustainable for the future.
One of the things that we would like to see happening in Iskandar Malaysia is very much based on our vision to transform this region into a strong and sustainable metropolis of international standing. What we mean here by sustainable is a combination of the 3 elements of environment, of social, as well as of the economy. This way, we will be able to draw upon the 3 elements to make sure that as we grow economically, we'll be able to ensure that this region will also prosper from a social as well as environment standpoint.
To the northeast of Iskandar, the East Coast region covers more than half the area of peninsular Malaysia. Over the next 12 years, this area plans to be transformed into a major international and local destination for tourism and trading. By the year 2020, the area will have 227 projects and programs to support its evolution, including improvements to the railway, road, and airport. The East Coast Economic Region, or ECER, has highlighted Kuantan Port as one of the main areas for development. The port is a gateway on the Eastern Corridor to 4 billion people, providing lucrative access to Asia, Australia, and China.
The main gateway for trade in this region, and Kuantan Port is so strategically located that in terms of the China market, it is just 2 days away from Kuantan. So that will facilitate exports and imports in terms of trade. And of course, Kuantan Port is also easily accessible to the entire Asia-Pacific region. So it serves as a gateway for marketing of our products and services.
To accommodate an increase in trading activity, around 3 billion ringgit will be invested to turn the port into a deep-sea facility. The building of the East Coast Expressway and potential investment of 30 billion ringgit to the East Coast Rail Link will increase connectivity to the rest of Malaysia and beyond, securing the region's position as a logistics center.
There are a number of players who have actively participated in the development of the Special Economic Zone. This covers our industrial parks, namely the Automotive Park in Pekan, the Kerteh Biopolymer Park, the Kuantan Integrated Biopark, the Kuantan Halal Park, and the development of the Kuantan Port City.
Groundbreaking developments are not unique to mainland Malaysia. The island of Borneo witnesses similar developments. Sarawak plans to develop its renewable energy sector and provide downstream opportunities for SMEs. And in Sabah, the Sabah Development Corridor Initiative plans to increase its GDP fourfold by 2025. A strong focus will be capitalizing on the area's palm oil, most likely securing Malaysia's current position as one of the world's largest palm oil exporters according to Reuters in 2012. These regional developments are a testament to the country's commitment to develop free trade and business incentives throughout its nation.
If you go back to history, as to the origins of Malaysia, of Singapore, people over the years have always looked at Malaysia as a focal point or as a hub, yeah, for trade within the region, within the Southeast Asia region, and even today for China and India as well.
Malaysia's development would not be possible were it not for its well-maintained network of roads, railways, and ports. Along with developing and maintaining the infrastructure, the road safety is a high priority of the government and the Malaysian Institute for Road Safety, whom carries important and in-depth studies to enhance the road safety. Malaysia's road network is extensive, covering 63,445 kilometers, including 1,630 kilometers of expressways. The main highway of the country extends over 800 kilometers, reaching the Thai border from Singapore. This means highly accessible trade routes for industry and travel.
For road safety, we have three main important factors we always look into that. One is about the human, the user of the road. Then, of course, we're talking about people using the car or the vehicle. And the third factor, of course, is the road and the environment itself. So, we have been working closely, look into these factors affecting safety. But however, a lot of times we need to know what is going on behind it and try to disseminate in a more effective way to the public and to the consumer in certain extents. And of course, more importantly, how that can translate into result to reduce fatalities, and in fact, hopefully we can even reduce or avoiding any injury.
IJM Land is Malaysia's leading property developer. Its prestigious The Light development is an iconic waterfront landmark in Penang, encompassing residential, commercial, tourism, and entertainment components. A name to admire, a brand to desire. IJM Land, delivering success. Resources Berhad, your partner of choice in Malaysia's oil and gas sector. The group includes Handle Offshore Services, Handle Engineering, Hand Drill, and Hands Comms. We offer a wide range of services, including manufacturing cutting-edge offshore pedestal cranes, as well as providing maintenance, parts, equipment, lifting solutions, drilling, consultancy support, plant shutdown maintenance, and tanks fabrication. Handle, your comprehensive solution in oil and gas.
The maritime industry is perhaps one of the most important in the economy. The many ports are a gateway to Asia and beyond, with seaborne transport carrying approximately 95% of the nation's trade. Without this capable maritime sector and the extensive opportunities it brings, growth would not be possible for the nation. On the west coast of peninsular Malaysia in Perak lays a perfect example of a maritime success story, Lumut Port.
Lumut Port enjoys a strategic location in the state of Perak. It is basically on the west coast of peninsular Malaysia, and it has one of the busiest shipping routes, which is the Straits of Malacca, right at its very doorstep. The strategic location basically also entails being one of the very few ports in the world which actually has a natural water depth of about 20 meters. Lumut Port currently handles 10 million tons of cargo throughput every year. We have an internal target of what we call Vision 2020, which is to achieve 20 million tons of cargo throughput by the year 2020. And plans are in place to basically provide the facilities and the equipment necessary to achieve this target.
One of the most successful exports products in Malaysia is palm oil, an edible vegetable oil derived from oil palm trees. The nation presently accounts for almost 40% of palm oil production and 44% of its world exports. Consequently, it has an important role in aiding global needs for sustainable oils and fats. The Federal Land Development Authority, known as FELDA, was created in 1956 to implement development projects throughout the nation. Since its birth, it has successfully developed land areas around the country.
Plantation industry is very important to this country because it contributes almost 20% of the income of this country. When FELDA was formed, the main objective is give land to the landless, because FELDA want to reduce the income gap between the rural poor and the urban. That is the mission and vision of the government at that time.
The East Coast Economic Region of Malaysia, ECER Malaysia, an outstanding resource-rich destination, offers a wide range of business opportunities. Strategically located facing the South China Sea, ECER Malaysia is your investment gateway to the Asia-Pacific and Far East markets with a combined population of 4 billion. The ECER Malaysia is a key international business and trade hub. Come discover this distinctive, dynamic and competitive region.
Ever since the 1950s, the Federal Land Development Authority, FELDA, has been fighting poverty through promoting sustainable oil palm and rubber plantations that benefit local communities. This forward-thinking agency has created wealth through establishment of hundreds of agricultural projects and provided housing, jobs, and health and education services for thousands of rural residents. FELDA, land for the landless, jobs for the jobless, in Malaysia and beyond.
Malaysia is a sanctuary for business, but also leisure. Malaysia currently ranks in the top 10 internationally for tourist arrivals and is truly recognized as a leading tourism destination worldwide. The government estimates tourism will grow 1.5% by 2020, from 24 million tourists visiting during 2009 to 36 million in 2020.
We are 28 million people, 330,000 square kilometers of tropical rainforest. In Malaysia, 50% of our land space is still forested. And we have a very strong ecotourism policy that states that no more than 50% of Malaysia's land space shall be developed. We believe in our nature. Nature is our wealth, and nature is our tourism product.
As tourism continues to diversify, more opportunities will be available to business and pleasure tourists alike. Affordable luxury is escalating as Kuala Lumpur increasingly adds to its status of a premium shopping destination. It is host to an array of international business conventions and entertainments every year.
Malaysia is a country of 330,000 square kilometers with a population of 28 million people, but with coming from 47 ethnic backgrounds. 3 major ethnicity, the Malays, or many Muslims, the Chinese, the Indians, and then another 44 minority ethnic group.
Refurbished in 2013, Chorus Hotel Kuala Lumpur provides exceptional service. State-of-the-art facilities for executives and travelers. Ideally located within minutes walk to LRT station, Twin Towers, and KL Convention Center. Sample gourmet Chinese and Japanese cuisine or authentic local dishes in our famed restaurants. Enjoy live music in our cellar bar. Relax in our outdoor pool or in the spa or gym. Come visit Chorus in Malaysia. World-class guest rooms and services, an array of amenities that include a pool and a gym, 4 food and beverage options offering a wide choice of gourmet cuisines, and flexible meeting facilities for up to 1,000 guests. Only 45 minutes from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. It's the right choice for discerning business and leisure travelers. Concord Hotel Shah Alam. Service from the heart.
Shangri-La means peace and tranquility, and the 5-star Shangri-La Kuala Lumpur, nestled amidst lush greenery in the heart of the city, definitely lives up to its name. We offer 662 luxurious guest rooms and suites, including several Horizon Club floors. Delight in our award-winning restaurants, cutting-edge meeting facilities, exceptional service, and ideal city center location. Shangri-La Kuala Lumpur, your upscale home away from home. With 30 beautifully appointed guest rooms, truly personalized services, and a range of luxury amenities, The Crib at Bukit Bintang offers a haven in the heart of the city. Enjoy our pool, fitness center, business services, special facilities for kids, and much more. The Crib at Bukit Bintang, your top choice for quality hotel accommodations in Kuala Lumpur. Welcome to the Majestic Hotel Kuala Lumpur. Located in the heart of the historic mile, the iconic hotel is the ideal venue for a lavish retreat or your next business meeting. With 300 luxurious rooms and suites, 17 function rooms, and a grand ballroom, the Majestic Hotel Kuala Lumpur has been creating history since 1932. Add your own chapter today. Eastern and Oriental, the ultimate in luxurious hotel options in Malaysia. The flagship of the E&O Group is the legendary Eastern and Oriental Hotel, E&O Hotel. Established in the heart of Penang in 1885, this historic property epitomizes timeless elegance and luxury. Its sister hotel, the recently refurbished Lone Pine, enjoys an ideal location on Penang's famed Batu Ferenghi Beach. In December last year, E&O expanded its portfolio by opening E&O Residences, featuring 200 world-class service suites in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia's capital and central business district. E&O Residences provide the ultimate in comfort and service for business and leisure travelers. At any E&O property, guests can count on accommodations, amenities, and services that meet the highest international standards. E&O, expect nothing ordinary.
Helistar Resources HRSP, your top choice for a wide range of world-class helicopter services. From characters and tours to consultancy and aircraft management. Helistar Resources, a partner you can trust.
Like its national symbol of a powerful tiger, Malaysia is majestic. Yet like a tiger cub, it has only just begun to unleash its full potential. Malaysia is using every opportunity to grow itself into the
infrastructure development, supported by private sector development, will be the main engine for growth.
We see investment in Malaysia as contributing towards the growth of its economy.